everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Thank you all for joining me today. So today I'm going to be doing a try on and review of the BH Cosmetics Flower Power Kit. Now in this kit there were several options. There's the eyeshadow palette here, which looks like this, super pretty. There was the blush compact, and I believe this was one of two different shades, gorgeous. And then the brush kit. I don't believe there are any lip products in this kit. So today I have my brows done, my base is done, I have some lips on, and a little bit of bronzer on. And we're going to get right into this. Let's start with the brush set. Now, keep in mind I ordered these things weeks ago and I just received them today. It's frustrating, but what can you do? And so I want to take a look at this brush set. Here's the box. It says Flower Power. And then you get this little bag. It's sort of a holographic bag. It has a symbol here that says BH. And then you've got the little zipper pull that says BH. And inside you get 5 brushes. So it looks like you get 3 eye brushes. So we have here, this looks to be like a small, detailing buffer brush. And then this one looks like it's your typical crease brush. And this says blending. And then this one says large shader. Okay. Yeah, like a flat shader, but it's large. Okay. And then for face brushes, we have this one here. This says Deluxe Blending. It's kind of small to be a blush brush or anything like that, but we'll see what we can do about using it today. And then this one here is the large blush brush right here. So we'll be using these today. Now let's take a look at the palette. Here it is right here. It says Flower Powder. Excuse me. It says Flower Power, and there are 16 shadows in here. There's no mirror, and this is what they look like. Really pretty. So what we're going to do is we're going to swatch them. I'm going to start with the top row and work my way down. Okay, the one thing right away that I'm noticing that these pans are tiny. Now, I think you probably be able to get a brush in there, but I'm having a hard time getting my finger in there. Now, this is the first shade called Dream. Look at, I have already swiped it on my hand, but look at all the pigment still on there. That's encouraging. Okay, let's move on to the rest of them in this row. So we just did this row right here, and there's your swatches. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's move on to the next row. Okay, so then we just swatched this row here, and that's what those swatches look like. Now, this shade here, right here, you probably can't see it too much, but it's really basically a skin tone shade for like a setting powder. Okay, moving on to the next row. Oof, this is pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The mattes are just beautiful. Okay, so we just swatched this row here, and that's what those look like. Stunning. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is going to be a palette that you can make many different looks from. And then we're going to swatch the last row. The shadows are just a bit crumbly. So you want to just keep that in mind. And then we just swatched that row, and those are the shadows there. Gorgeous. These are just beautiful. Okay, let's get some of these on my eyes. And then we'll go into the blush palette. All right, so I'm going to use the 3 brushes from the kit, and then I'm going to introduce maybe a couple of other brushes that I have from my own collection. All right, let's do this. So I'm going to start off with the blending brush here. And I showed that to you before, just your typical crease blending brush. And I think I'm going to go into the shade Daisy, this one right here, and see what we can do about making a really pretty eye look here. As I said, lots of kick up on these. Be sure and tap off your brush. And this is just basically my transition shade. I always take it from the lash line right up. Not quite to the brow. Okay, I'm gonna take this little buffer brush and I'm gonna pick up the shade Dream, this purple right here, and darken up. I don't know if you can see that flying all around, but. And then I'm gonna darken that up with this purple. And I'm gonna just kind of get it on there and go in little circular motions here. And then taking that first brush with the transition shade, and I'm just blending that out. That's pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M506, which is like this small pointed tapered brush. And I wanna pick up the shade, Love, this one right here. And dusting it over. And then again, taking that brush that we dusted on the okay, look at how pretty that is. Okay, let me finish up over here. That shader brush. And I want to pick up that shimmery purple that's there. It is so pretty. It's called the Lava Lamp. This one right here. And I'm going to put that on the mobile lid. All right, and I'm going to take that little small brush. I've got some kick up underneath the eyes. I'm just going to brush that away. All right. I'm putting this on totally dry, but it's something you might want to consider doing foiled. As you can see, the color is coming along nice, but okay, there we go. Now I'm going to take a pointed liner brush. This is from Moda. I use this all the time. It's a pointed liner brush here. And I'm going to use this, and I'm going to take the shade Dream, this one right here, and I'm going to dust this underneath. And then I'm going to pick up the shade Love, this one right here, and dust that right on top. And just blend. Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do, this is a Morphe JS10. It's sort of a small flat shader brush. And what I'm going to do is use this and just kind of blend under the eyes. Like so. A Luxie Mini Flat Angled Brush. And I'm going to pick up the shade Disco right there. And I'm going to put that on the inner corners. Right and under here. Like so. And then I'm going to take a little more of that. There's the eye look. Really pretty. Lots of purples, blues, and burgundies in here. Those are some of my favorite colors to use on my brown eyes. Okay, so that is done. Now, let's go into the blush. So they came out with a blush palette, a 4-color blush palette, and I believe they had 2 for you to choose from. This one I have, it just says Flower Power, so maybe I'm wrong. So here's the blush palette. You open it up, and you've got these 4 beautiful blush shades. So what we're going to do is we're going to swatch those. Chill Out. Oh, I like that. It's like a peachy pink. The next one is Psychedelic. The next one is called Wicked. And then the last one is called Dynamite. Okay, there you go. Those are the blush shades. Right there. So pretty. So pretty. Okay. And now I'm going to use the blush brush. And I'm going to pick up the shade Chill Out. That's pretty. It's more of a peachy, you know, colored blush. The other thing is I'm not a fan of this brush. It's quite dense, and I'm like more of a fluffier blush brush, but that's really pretty. Okay, there's that. Let me come put some mascara on, and I will be back with some final thoughts. Okay, I am back. I love the way this look came out with the pinks, the purples, and the burgundies. These colors, as I said, are right up my alley. I just adore these shades. So I love the pigmentation on them. The colors are beautiful. You noticed when I was swatching them, even after I swatched them on the back of my hand, the color still stayed. You can see it stained my fingers. Beautiful, beautiful pigmentation. They went on beautifully. They really blended quite nicely. So I'm very pleased with the quality of the shadow. And as far as the blush palette, the same type of formula as the eyeshadows. This is the one I'm wearing today. This is called Chill Out. But this one here is also pretty. They're all gorgeous. I love, for summer, these peachy pink tones, and then a pop of sort of baby doll pink or bubblegum pink. So I'm very happy with this. The brushes were nice. The only thing is I wasn't a fan of the face brushes because this is too small to blend anything. But I used it to knock off any fallout that came down on my face. And this was okay as a blush brush, but I find it was just too dense. And it was just way too dense for my liking. So I'll probably use that as like a bronzer brush because I don't mind using a little more denser bronzer brush. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you're advised of all my future uploads. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.